Today I'll be tasting and reviewing some very interesting non-alcoholic spirits. Hi guys, girls, friends and everybody else who is watching me. My name is Istis from Miami to the world. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm having a very interesting tasting. Recently I got some present from this company called Lyre, and they sent me these three amazing non-alcoholic spirits. So I went on their website and checked it, and it's pretty impressive because they have a whole big range of non-alcoholic spirits, starting with gin, whiskey. Of course we don't call them like that, but it's the illusion that you can get, and following everything else you could think of. Of course there's not everything yet, but it was pretty impressive to see. Whiskey, gin, vermouths, bitters, what else, amaretto, absinthe. It's pretty impressive. I would like to taste them all, but today I have these three amazing, I hope amazing, I don't know yet. It's always what I'm saying, amazing, you know, in the beginning, because I'm always very excited to taste new products. But if they are amazing, I will tell you in the end of this tasting. And I'm very excited because the world is changing, and what we might not be thinking 10 years ago or even probably 5 years ago now are happening. Now we are seeing these non-alcoholic drinks. Like non-alcoholic beer was probably forever or it was for a long time. As I remember, even when I was little, I think I saw some non-alcoholic beer somewhere. But talking more about like spirits, non-alcoholic spirits are a very recent thing. I'm not sure when was the first one released, but I think it's somewhere around 5 years range. And I've already tasted some in my life. I tasted a couple of them and it was only gins. But what's happening now, that some startups, some producers are starting to trying to replicate, recreate, or maybe create from a new start to create something that could give you a similar taste, feeling by drinking it like a real thing. And that is pretty exciting because there are more and more people who drop drinking or want to reduce drinking because of some many issues, because drinking too much is not good for health. And that's, even I'm a bartender and I should promote this industry, yes, and I promote drinks and cocktails as if you already decided to drink. So I always want people to drink nice, tasty, good drinks, but I never preach people into drinking if they are not drinking alcohol at all. And I believe that all good bartenders should do like that. If a person is drinking alcohol, make him an alcoholic drink, a very nice, tasty, that he would really enjoy it and had pleasure to drink it. But if he's not drinking or consuming alcohol, don't push him in doing it. It's his choice. And now when we are having all these spirits and many more on the market appearing recently, and I believe in the next 5 or 10 years there will appear a lot of non-alcoholic kind of spirits, and I believe some will be really amazing. Maybe they already are, but it doesn't matter how good they are today. It's very interesting, but I'm talking about the innovations here. In 10 years, I believe it will be mind-blowingly amazing, and I can't even find the words to describe what I think it's going to happen, but we will see. And also people are doing a lot of fitness and working a lot and doing some other stuff, and sometimes they don't find time to drink an alcoholic drink or cocktail in their schedule, but they still want to enjoy something. Because you know, one thing is to find time to drink a cocktail, but another thing is when you wake up next day and you don't usually feel productive 100% as you would feel if you wouldn't consume alcohol. So some people are too busy and they still want some drink, they still want to spend time with friends. So these are a very good alternatives. It's what I believe. Yeah, of course you always can drink water, and that's the number one non-alcoholic drink that I really preach and promote. It's water. It's just a good water, filter, tap water, whatever, good water. But if you want some taste, so we have this amazing product that I'm going to taste right now. I'm really excited, guys. If you have any other concerns about non-alcoholic spirits drinks or the idea of non-alcoholic drinks and non-alcoholic spirits, just share in the comments below. We will have a discussion. Maybe I will make some videos on that. It depends what's interesting for you, because I want to share my knowledge and my insights, and I want people to become better bartenders and people who are not bartenders to become better customers. Let's say like that. First one, it's called American Malt. So I presume it's kind of bourbon. It's a bourbon alternative, and that's amazing. Because I never did it. I just tried a couple gin alternatives in my life, so I have an idea about gins. You know, I have what to compare to it, but never a bourbon. Let's see what we have here. The color is 100% bourbon. That's the easiest thing to do. I had a startup myself once, creating a food, and the easiest way was to replicate the appearance. The harder part was the taste. Okay, I'm very excited to open this bottle. We will make it or break it now, and it has calorie information on the bottle, that is cool, ingredients, and how to preserve it, so it's very cool. Okay, I'll give it a smell from the bottle. I'm really excited now, because I want to feel it like a real thing. Wow, it's very nice. It's different because it doesn't have a spirit getting into my nose, but the other smell, it's very reminding of the bourbon. Let's try it. It runs to the glass like a real thing. Look, color is very nice, amber, really reminding of bourbon. Wow. Smelling like that, it really reminds a real thing, very much. Just you don't have the spirit getting into your nose, but dry plums, vanilla caramel. It's usually what people say when we are tasting bourbon. And when I always in some tasting or presentation of some new bourbon, so people usually say like vanilla, caramel, plums. This is a very general thing about drinks, and most that category drink like bourbons has these smells, so it's very common, but it's nice. So these guys really got the idea, you know, of the bourbon. The smell is really reminding. I would give it 9 out of 10 probably. Why not 10? Because I believe, and I always want to leave some space for improvement, you know, because 10 of 10 you stop improving, 9 of 10 you're still improving, but you know what, you are very good, or probably the best. So the smell is 9 out of 10. I don't have what to compare it with, only with a real thing. And okay, let's taste it. Somewhere deep in my heart, I was expecting that spirit kick. But you know, it's not an alcoholic drink. So I wouldn't be right if I say you can't get it, because I believe in 10 years people will come up with some idea how to give that kick without alcohol. But this drink doesn't have that kick, because probably we don't have this technology yet. But it's very nice because I think it's ginger or something tickling my throat. That really reminds more. Let's see if they have ginger. No, it's not ginger. Probably something else. But it really has this tickling in my throat. The taste is very similar to bourbon. Just yes, we have to take out the idea of the spirit, the taste of the spirit, and what is left is a taste and smell without the spirit. So it's very close. I mean, It's very close. I mean, it's probably 9 out of 10 as well. Going to the next one, Aperitif Rosso. And Aperitif Rosso is created having in mind Rosso Vermouth, red sweetener vermouth in mind. I believe it's a bit easier to create a vermouth, a non-alcoholic version of vermouth, because vermouth is usually not a strong drink as compared to bourbon. Bourbon usually is around 40 degrees, and vermouth is usually, I think, around 15 or even less. Some could be more. So you don't need to take so many real things out of it to make. And vermouth has more herbs into it, more herbs that you can put and make it. It's what I think. Now we will taste it. The color is very good replicated. Smells nice. Herbs. Very nice. I feel cloves. Very nice, gentle smell of herbs. Let's give it a taste. Nice. A bit sour, a bit gently compared to this one. And a palette of spices just get into my mouth. Tastes like a nice lemonade with a lot of herbs and spices actually. And as I love spices, herbs, this vermouth thing, so it's really very nice lemonade kind of thing. When I've been in Italy a couple years ago, we have a lot of, it's more like a bitter drink, but like a non-alcoholic bitters, like a small bottle. It's very nice, like 120 milliliters I guess, so it's like 4 ounces, something like that, or even smaller bottles. And it's very popular to drink those drinks, I guess, because there are a lot of different brands in the shop. So as we were not drinking alcohol at that period of time with my wife, so it was very interesting to buy and try all the, like, many of the brands of that. So it reminds me a bit of that. And now we are moving to a bitter actually. It's kind of Campari, kind of Aperol thing, you know. It's called Italian Orange. So this should be even more similar to those drinks that I drink in Italy, and I love bitters as well, so I'm very excited to try this one. And let's see how close to the real thing it is. The color is 100%. There you go. And let's give it a smell. Oh, Campari. If I smell it like for just a second, so definitely I would say Campari. I wouldn't even notice. Maybe Campari is a bit more intense smell. This is very close to it for me. At least as I'm not comparing one to one now, I'm just doing it from my memory. Let's give it a taste. Sweet and bitter. Maybe I would like it to be a bit even more bitter. So it's probably somewhere between Campari and Aperol, because it's a bit less bitter than Campari, but a bit more bitter and a bit less sweet than Aperol. But it's very Italian thing. It reminds me those drinks very much that we used to drink with my wife and we've been in Italy. And this is a very nice bitter. I love bitters. It's very excited to have these drinks, and it's very excited to know that even more of them are appearing on the market, because I would really like to make a really nice non-alcoholic cocktail, because many people think that you just pour 2 juices, 2-3 juices, whatever, a bit syrup, and you have a non-alcoholic cocktail. Yeah, you can do like that, you can call it like that, and I believe there's a bunch of people in the world, bartenders is included, who call cocktails. I'm not like that. I don't like to call something that the thing is not. And for me, the cocktail, the real cocktail should be as a real cocktail. So you just don't pour a couple of juices, because it's couple of juices mixed together. It's a multivitamin juice for me. And for me, to make some drink non-alcoholic, it has to have some kind of idea. And sometimes you can take out alcohol from an alcoholic drink and have a non-alcoholic version of that drink. For example, pina colada is a great example. And if you want to know how to make a good alcoholic pina colada, check out this link. So in this case, you can take out rum and you have a very beautiful non-alcoholic pina colada. But it's not always like that with all the drinks, you know. And if you have a couple of alcoholic drinks into the cocktail, you can't take them and just say, wow, this is a non-alcoholic version of the drink. No, it's not. So I'm really excited when I see these kind of things on the market, because you can make a really nice non-alcoholic cocktail but still have this mixology thing as a bartender and still have this feeling of drinking a nice drink in the bar and having a good experience and having all what you want to have by being in a bar but not consuming alcohol. And I could talk a lot about this non-alcoholic thing because I wasn't consuming alcohol for 1.5 years myself, and I was thinking a lot then about many things about this non-alcoholic spirits, not these others that I tasted then, because it was 1 year ago when I started to tasting alcohols again, you know. But it made me think a lot about non-alcoholic experience for the customer as well, and that experience not just being a juice, because healthy cocktails, smoothies or this kind of thing is a different thing, you know. When you go to a good, nice, interesting, you know, cocktail bar, you could expect a very good Manhattan made with this kind of drink. It's what I would like to expect in the future, but I would never expect to get to a smoothie, you know, because smoothie is another kind of thing, and if you want smoothie, you don't go to a good cocktail bar. But you can get a good non-alcoholic drink there in a couple of years, definitely, if not already happening now. So this is my thoughts, my ideas, my impression, my first reactions to these amazing drinks. I could say amazing now because I really like them. I really like this whiskey kind of thing, you know, because it really gives a nice smell, a nice taste of whiskey without being a spirit inside of it. I mean, it might have some spirit, but not the spirit with ABV. So I'm really excited, and I'm going to do one more video, so please stay tuned, subscribe my channel, and I'll make one more video with these drinks. I'll be making non-alcoholic cocktails, tasting them and showing you my reaction to non-alcoholic cocktails using these Lyre spirits. Now I would like to wrap up everything saying that if you are not consuming alcohol but you are missing that stick, that idea that, you know, of pouring from a bottle and making yourself a Manhattan old-fashioned, because as we have this whiskey and as we have this bitter actually bitter and vermouth kind of things, so we can make even those old-fashioned cocktails, even those classic very spirit-poured cocktails in non-alcoholic manner, and I'm very excited to try them. And as I told, I'll make a video on that, showing you my impression and showing you my reaction to the cocktails, not just to the drinks itself. And thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative and knowledgeable, and I hope I expanded your perspective on non-alcoholic drinks, because I know there are many people who think that this is a bullshit, and I know there's a lot of people saying that, oh, so why do you need non-alcoholic spirit or drink if you don't drink? Or why do you need to eat meat substitute if you are not eating meat, you know? There is this kind of mentality for people that I want just to, if I don't want something, so I don't want it totally. No, it's not true. There are different people, and sometimes people don't want alcohol because they don't want the consequences of it. But it doesn't mean they don't want the tasting, they don't want the socializing, or they don't want being in the bar, communicating to people and having this experience of nightlife. So I hope I gave you some ideas, and I hope you will be looking at this thing from a much wider angle. And I hope you will be giving a try to these non-alcoholic spirits or some other non-alcoholic spirits, and to this idea in general, and I believe that if you're a bartender, you will discover an amazing range of non-alcoholic cocktails with non-alcoholic spirits. And I believe that in the future we are going to see even more mind-blowing non-alcoholic spirits, and it might come even from this Lyre's company, because they are really killing this industry by having such a beautiful big range of non-alcoholic kind of spirits replicating the real thing. So I believe that if we are going to continue on that, they are going to create some more mind-blowing spirits in the future. And what I would like to ask from you, please subscribe my channel, like this video, share with your friends, show them this idea of non-alcoholic drinks being as great as it might be a real thing, and let's discover a lot of amazing things together in the future. Thank you very much once more, and see you in next videos.